Hey guys, Lord Wolf 99 back again with another episode of Lunar Legends. Today's episode is called Blood by the Bark. And once again, we do have a special guest with us today. Maestro.
Hola amigos.
That is the one, the only, Adam. Alright, so we've got a special one for you today, guys. We have a special one. I will just say before we get into the story, that I'm having to just do a bit of live gameplay for the background of this one, just because obviously we had a few audio issues with the last video we did. Not sure why. We think it's to do with the PlayStation 5's sort of recording abilities whilst you're on Share Factory. It's a bit crap, but it is what it is. We learn, we improve, we find ways around these things. So yeah, special video today. It's a few years ago again, and it's another one with me and Adam, of course, as it always is. And so just to give a bit of context before we tell the story, the night before this happened, me and Adam had actually had an argument. Like, we don't argue often, but we'd actually had like a full-blown argument. We'd walked away from each other. We were ready to just like end our friendship, and yeah, it was a bit dramatic. But I mean, we were 16. It is what it is, isn't it? Adam was being a prick.
That's only happened like 3 or 4. Are we gonna have round 2 right now? like 6 years on.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those things where it's like, we don't have them often, but when we do, we like go at each other's throat. We're like, that's it. You're an idiot. I don't want to see you again. And then like one of us will get home and like, do you want to come on PlayStation?
Literally. We're real soppy fucks as well. Like, we end up messaging each other like, "Oh, you're the closest thing I've got to a brother. I'm really sorry. Like, oh, let's just put it behind us." We are quite soppy.
It's all true.
It is, to be fair. Yeah, it is. But yeah, we'd had this massive argument, done all that, and at the time we were out with this other kid, this other weird kid called Ethan, who was lanky and bounced when he walked. So yeah, we were with him, and you know, he'd obviously witnessed this fight and everything, and he didn't know that we'd made up. So come the next day, me and Adam are out pretty early because we used to get up, not massively early, but we used to get up, go out during the mornings and like all day, and then through the night as well. So we were out, and we had this idea to prank this other kid that we used to hang out with. I don't even know why we hung out with him. Well, Adam was more friends with him than I was. I hated the prick. But we won't get into that because that we'll be here for an hour. But yeah, we had this idea to fucking basically prank him, and we went to my house, got a load of shit because I had like fake hairspray, like red hairspray from when I used to do my Cletus, the clown stuff, and we thought we can use that, and we can use the hairspray as like fake blood, and we planted all of this in the woods that we were on about in the last video. And honestly, we planted it. We literally marked where we were gonna set this little prank up, and then we went down one of the ditches and we hid all the stuff in a bag because we thought no one's gonna go there, and we literally left it there for hours until this other kid came out with us. And yeah, I think as well, did we, because he didn't want to, he really didn't like me, did he? So he didn't really want to come out with me. And because he thought we were arguing, didn't you, if I remember rightly, didn't you agree to meet him in Asda? And we said, oh, we'll go our separate ways for like 20 minutes, and I'll just happen to be in Asda.
Yeah. Well,
So
and that's the thing. So this guy is not like he when it comes to the common sense level. Pardon me. When it comes to the common sense level, he's probably bottom of the pile. So like anyone would know. Hang on a minute. Like this is just a coincidence. Like at the best times, me and Tommy don't go out. We're not massively socially people. So for both of us to be in Asda at the same time, do you know what I mean? And both wearing clothes that you can hang out in, you know, both having money, both having energy drinks, you know, bearing in mind the same energy drinks. So it's obvious we had met up beforehand, but he was like, oh yeah, I didn't realise. Oh yeah, you must be in this. And that's how he spoke. You know, that might seem like me doing an impression. No, that is literally the best bit of acting I've ever done. So yeah, so I remember we'd gone ahead with this plan. We'd put the stuff in the woods, and then we'd agreed to, I think was it like down the book aisle or something in Asda, and we said right, I texted him and I was like, oh right, I'm down there now. Give it 10 minutes and yeah, and I think we also planned it so that like Ethan was the one that saw you. I'm gonna connect to your visual
to
me.
So
I can guide you better. Can you grant me access? Yeah.
And I'm in.
It was honestly, it was perfectly planned to a T, guys. And then, so we acted as though we were still pissed off at each other, and I'm just like, I'm being petty as fuck, and I'm like, oh well, if you two are out, then I'm just gonna hang out with him, and even though like Adam was pretending like he didn't want to and everything, and him and this kid were walking ahead of me, so we really sold it, the fact that Adam didn't want really anything to do with me at this point, and I ended up just following them, and they ended up by chance, because Adam was leading Ethan without him knowing it, we ended up in the woods, and we got to our little point that we'd marked, so we knew where we were, and what did I do? I like threw my bag down, didn't I, or something, and I was like, that's it, I've fucking had enough here.
Yeah, so what we've done as well is that like, so like he was like maybe 10 steps behind us, but like, and like throughout, so from Asda to this forest it's maybe like a 7-minute walk, something like that. So throughout that entire 7 or 8 minutes, we'd kind of made sure that the tension was building again. So I was like, why are you following us? We don't want out to do with you. We just want to hang out, go home. And he was like, oh, shut up, blah, 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 blah. And then like, there was a point where like we started getting personal with each other again. And then I remember like saying something really personal, and then you said something personal back, and then you threw like your bags down and was like, well, come on then, let's have it out in here. No one's around, no one can see us. Let's just have it out.
Literally that. But bear in mind again, guys, that we had planned this and we had marked the location and planted shit at the bottom of this ditch. So we run at each other and we literally like tackle one another and we're like fighting and we make it look legit. Like me and Adam did like drama and performing arts at school, and we used to like method acting, and we got right into it. So we're full on doing it. And we make it so that we both
came out of it with like actual scratches. Like we had actual blood on us in the end because of scratches. Because,
literally.
Like, we were literally like dragging each other on the floor, and the woods is full of nettles and thorns and rocks that are on the ground, and we proper went at it, like rugby tackled each other. And then like literally, so like the thing about the woods is like what I was saying in the previous video, there's like the path goes through the middle, and then the rest of it is like huge ditches on the end which go down, massive amounts, maybe 40 foot. Like it's a huge drop. And we literally like grabbed each other and was like rolling over, getting mud in our face, mud in our hair and everything. But we needed to make sure that we landed on this one specific tree where and it was a huge trunk, but the bag with all the props and that lot was behind.
Literally, and I had a prop knife on me. And bear in mind, like this Ethan kid at the time is like, oh no, stop lad, stop. And he's not trying to intervene, he's just literally saying, oh stop, and like following us down this hill. And then I pull out my prop knife and I stab Adam. And bear in mind, like we've already planned this, we've got the fake red hairspray that actually legit looks like blood. and we'd go for it. Like, without this kid realizing, we were able to quickly, like, completely cover our hands. And
yeah. This is how big it was. So, like, we rolled down there, and then he started, like, coming down. But this is how big it was. By the time he managed to get to the tree, down this ditch, we had been able to open the bag, Tommy pull out the prop knife, carry on like making noises and pretending to fight. I'm spray painting this awful t-shirt that was like way too small for me anyway, and it was like a white t-shirt I think. So like it really looked like that, and there was like fake blood on it and stuff like that. And we managed to do all that by the time he managed to get to us. That's how big of a distance, you know, this drop is. Yeah.
it was amazing. And then, like, actually getting to stab Adam is like a dream come true. And then, yeah, it genuinely looked real. And Adam's like doing death throws, but realistic, not like shitty death throws. You see, like he was doing realistic death throws and shit. And this kid Ethan actually believed it, and he was getting ready to call an ambulance. And then, I'll take it away, Maestro. What did we play?
You've also missed a really good bit. He was like he saw this happen and he was like in shock. And then like I remember you had the prop knife in your hand, and I'm pretty sure he was like, oh my god, what have I done? Because we was both playing on the fact. And then you like looked up to Ethan, and Ethan, as he had the phone in his hand and was about to dial 999, was kind of backing off because I think he was terrified of you.
That I was going to do something, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what did we play?
Come on, it's your song. It's your song, my friend.
You take it away.
It's just a sexy boy.
So, for any WWE fans out there, Shawn Michaels' theme tune. So obviously I'm the biggest Shawn Michaels fan in the world, and Ethan likes to copy a lot of the things that I do, and he became obsessed with this song. Like basically he would play it out in the middle of Asda. I'd be like, oh, this is a real good song. It's a theme tune for a WWE wrestler from the 90s, early 2000s. But we put that on and blasted it out on this phone, and we both started dancing. And Ethan, it takes him a good solid, minute or two to actually realise what's going on. He thinks I've just risen from the dead to the theme of Shawn Michaels, and that Tommy's just completely going through, an early midlife crisis with a knife in his hand, dancing to "Sexy Boy."
Which, wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be that,
or the last time.
Away from it.
Yeah.
No, there's been many midlife crises. But yeah, it was so good, and like we both knew like we had to pull it off like pretty much perfectly, whereas it looked like really staged, really planned and everything like that. And I'm pretty sure, maybe I might be wrong about this, I might be making this up in my head, but like I'm pretty sure after we did it, like not long after, like some of the public just walked through and saw us like not fighting or anything, but saw me with a blood-stained t-shirt and like you with a prop knife and stuff.
Yeah, and, we went to Mackey's, if you remember.
Yes.
And I had it all over my hands, so I went to the toilets to get cleaned, and didn't the waitress or whatever, she said to you, didn't she, is your friend alright?
Yeah. And I think I turned around and said, oh yeah, we're just filming something.
Yeah.
Because she was an elderly woman, and she must have been there for about 40 years. Definitely the store hasn't been there for 40 years, but I feel like she was on the premises beforehand. Like she owns that land. Like, or she's been like dead for 30 years and just haunts the place. But like, and me and Tommy during this point would go into McDonald's probably 3 times a day. Like,
literally.
and just hang out there now. It's like we'd probably spend a good solid like 10 hours out with each other, and probably 3 of those hours at least we were in McDonald's just ordering crappy food, and then
oh yeah.
So she knew us. So like otherwise she would have been like definitely oh, he's rubbing blood off his hands, let's call the police. But she came up to us and was like, is everything alright? I was like, oh yeah, we're filming something. And she was fine with it, which actually is probably against McDonald's protocol. So I'm not going to give the name or the location of the McDonald's. But yeah, it was just such a good thing, and it makes you A, think how gullible people are, but B, when you get into the moment, like the adrenaline gets you through things. Like we went on a 30-foot drop, with rocks and trees and hitting branches and nettles and everything, muddying ourselves up, getting scratches left, right and centre, you know, bruising. But we didn't care because the adrenaline was that big on us. That kind of like, it wasn't until later on the night that I was like, oh, actually, you know, I've really done my ankle in here. Oh, it was such a good time, such a good time.
It really was, and it's the fact as well, like you say some people are really gullible. I literally text Sophie and I was like, oh, I've just killed Adam, and she genuinely thought I'd been serious, like she was panicking, like thinking I'd killed somebody.
Was this in the early stages of you and Sophie as well?
Yeah, I think it was about a year in maybe.
Wow. Brilliant.
I mean, to be fair, I did once tell her that I was thinking about going and getting an axe from a different woods and cutting somebody up. So, besides the point. Anyway.
Yeah. yeah. This is just if I go disappearing mysteriously, you know why.
Yeah, not if. It's a matter of when.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that Ethan is there to save me.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do so much. Oh. But anyway, guys, that was another one of our fascinating stories. We do have a lot. Me and Adam, we have like genuinely a crap ton of stories. So he will be in most of these episodes, I would imagine. I'll still do a few on my own, but he will be in the majority of them because we genuinely went out that much and we got up to that much shit, and
yeah,
we just have that many memories, to be fair.
The mad thing is that we need. I even want to film this one down. The party at Lauren's house, and then the aftermath of getting home and everything like that.
Yeah,
that is a great story.
That is pretty cool, to be fair. I don't know. I mean, if you're up for it, I'm alright recording it now, straight after this one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, brilliant.
So yeah, this is the end of Blood by the Bark, guys, and this will be going up next Wednesday. Let me just pause this, which will be the 18th. Yep, where the Wednesday the 18th of August, that'll be going up. So yeah, well, this will be going up. Yeah, I know what I mean. You guys. Yeah, you got an extra one this week.
If you're listening to this, you know it's up.
Literally. But anyway, you got an extra video this week because I've just uploaded the one about the Range Rover in the woods purely because the audio was off. So I thought I'll just upload it. But yeah, so you've got an extra video this week. This one will be going up next Wednesday. I'm rambling. I do it at the end of all my videos. Somebody shut me up. Anyway.
Please like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!